I do recommend this coaching. It was pretty good.
Wow, thank you. Hell yeah, I just don't get to do the higher Ela ones, man. I really appreciate that,
Oh,
though.
by the way, into Urgot, do I go D shield or D blade?
Honestly, I take the blade because I kind of like getting his face and fight him. But you could definitely take shield and take second wind because shield and second wind is super OP when you're going against like any ranged laner. Especially, I mean, if you're going grasp, you're more taking the patient route, anyways. Rengar's probably not going to be like coming top and ganking anytime early. Like in this type of, anytime you like queue it, you go into a top lane matchup, you're always looking at your 2v2, right? And you're asking yourself, you know, do we win this 2v2? How should I play it? Should I shove it? And so on and so forth. In this lane, yeah, I'd say it's a little bit weird where they can actually like, just because, you know, it would be weird. Rengar would need to be set up for it to be a winning 2v2 in the early game. So I'm okay with the grass pick. It's almost like, you know, you're picking the runes just right off the bat and deciding in champ select, which is really good to be doing as well. Because a lot of people will just kind of, you know, YOLO the same runes every game and just not really think about it.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing. I really think you could damn near get away with all-inning this guy here, but because he's low. But also, yeah, Lee Sin's probably top. But you were taking good trades. There was a few opportunities where I mean, it's not Conquer obviously, but there was a few times I definitely could see you going in there and actually getting the kill. I think a big thing with the Urgot is like, or just any lane in general, is you're always looking for like what's gonna actually stun this guy with the parry.
Yeah.
And you can play in front of him and just assume that he's gonna like jump forward, and like that's a big thing with the Yone lane where you just kind of get in front of them and you just predict parries, and even if you fuck it up, like you're typically fine to just like back away.
Slow is enough also.
Oh yeah, for sure. This really isn't like this can be a really hard lane for Fiora low key too, and I think you're doing well. Okay, let's see how this goes. He pops Ghost. Oh, beautiful. Honestly, so that's like right there. I would have actually loved to see. So can I show you something? Let me see this really quick. Because right there, that's a kill, 100%. This, so...
Want me to go for auto flash on the Vital?
Not even that, but like just you see this. This is literally, let me get this fucking Q sign off. This is how like Fiora's vitals work basically, right? So if you hit a vital on the red side, it goes back to blue side, and then it goes back to red side, and then it goes back to blue side. So like the essence, so like dancing on Fiora is playing like diagonals like on these two, and the second you stun him you can start hovering on, because you hit the vital on what, the right side, because I'm trying to, now I'm already forgetting, but then you could have like, we could have postured like down low and seen if we get a vital right there on the bottom where it spawns, then that's an all-in, you know what I mean? Because we go in, we hit that, and then we have a vital that's going to pop up right here when our Q comes up in 1 second, and then we could take advantage of that. So it's just like remembering this and remembering where the next vital is going to pop up, like if we just play these diagonals, because right when you stun him there, you hit a vital, then you could have walked down on the stun, hit the bottom vital, and then you know it's coming right back to you. Even if he has ghost, it's coming towards an end, and it's either going to be top or it's going to be to the right, so it's going to be right in front of your face. So you're going to be able to keep up with him, and you're actually probably going to be able to get that kill on the all-in as well. But I'm going to send you this diagram so that you see it as well. This is something that's really cool just to get used to playing like those diagonals when you don't have an ulti, and getting used to like, it's kind of like, it is like a 50-50, but you're rolling the dice, right? Because if the Vital would have procced on the left side, then we just let him run, because there's probably no way we're going to be able to get in front of him if he has Ghost. But since we watched it proc bot, we're like, holy shit, that's a kill. So we could take the bottom, and then we can play on the top diagonal here and be able to get that kill.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's a super like low-key thing. Like Vitals are RNG, but not as RNG as some people think. From just a laning standpoint, you're doing a great job of like actually keeping your mana cost down, like you're out CSing. Let's see how this goes here. I love it. I love it. Beautiful. Keeping the mana cost down while still like being able to CS without using abilities is like a huge deal, and sometimes I feel like I struggle with it as well. But it allows you to like stay in lane like this for, you know, 6 minutes without having to go back. And Fiora has pretty bad mana issues, you know, that's why we get the mana immune, that's why we get ER, and that's why the tier is so useful. But being able to CS like this is actually really solid. So well done there.
Thank you. Do you go Presence of Mind ever?
Actually, So that's like a new thing. So I've been tossing around. So you know, I don't know if how often you hang out, but Owen is Polar Hugs, and he's like the rank 1 Fiora NA, and we kind of bounce ideas off each other, or I kind of like just copy his stuff too as well. But we've been trying Presence of Mind, and I actually really like it because with the new Death Dance and Maul, like the combo I'm talking about, how solid it is. It's almost better to like there's you know, before the fighter changes for 12.3, Manamune was basically like damn near every game. It was like, you know, we want this item about 95% of the time. And if not, we're probably going to get an ER or something that's going to actually like adjust or help us with the mana issues. Now, those items are just so strong that I've been skipping Manamune. He's been skipping Manamune. Like the Death Dance Maul combo is just so crazy for fighting. It's not even funny. So sometimes you like just skip it lately, and you take Presence of Mind, yes. But what I've noticed too is you can actually just spend the 400 gold on a tier and just kind of sit on it. It's almost like you're buying a coal, you know?
Yeah.
So I would love to see, no lie, the second that you know that you have him there, I would love to see you just go for the ulti. And then like outplay him because you know he doesn't have any sums, right? And where's he gonna leap to? I mean, if we were to like ult him there, once he comes back in without E, he's dead. Like he's dead right here actually. And we can because he just has nothing to get away with, and we have flash, and we're probably gonna be able to kill him. And worst case scenario, we get him all the way under the tower, we kill him, and then we just survive off our ulti procking. But like. I would
Never
love to
gonna
see
give you up.
us take advantage.
Never gonna let you down.
Sorry.
Never gonna run around and hurt you.
There was a text to speech in chat. Thank you for the 5 months. It was in my head. But I would love to see. So it's like one of those things where we're taking advantage of the little things. So like I love doing the coaching sessions for like the higher elo because it's like we got to take advantage of like the smaller stuff, and like it's stuff that like we like forget sometimes too. Is that this cooldown on his E is like 16 seconds.
Oh, that's extremely long.
Yeah, so the second he uses that, like he's dead. The second that he used it and he could have got away, and then he came back in, and then he's dead right here. He's dead right here. So it's just a little thing because you're playing the lane so well actually, like it's crazy. And now you almost killed him without even using it, by the way, which is amazing. So imagine if we kill this guy, right? Imagine if we kill this guy and he loses this wave and this wave. That guy's out of the game. That guy's like out of the game at that point. Yeah. The second that did we see him recall?
I don't think I saw him recall, but I think it's safe to assume that he did recall.
Gotcha. Because I would say, especially if we're running Demolish, we want to take advantage of that and just shove that and get that Demolish proc. Do we start shoving or no?
No, I think I slow push it into Crash with 2 waves to just get a free reset.
Gotcha.
Unless I just go Demolish.
Bro, I would love to see you just like, you're just smashing this guy. I could see you making some really cocky plays and actually diving this guy. He is like, he's just throwing his E out like just willy-nilly. And he's already recalling again. Yeah, I'd be slamming his face into the tower probably and like trying to get some tower plates with the Demolish proc for sure.
Okay. I kind of like Grasp because of that though. It's kind of impossible to trade into Fiora. If she has Grasp and Sheen,
yeah,
not much you can really do.
No, not at all. It's just that it only feels bad once you get into like the 3-item power spike and you're like, man, this just ain't hitting the way I want it to, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, laning phase is calculated. It's solid. The only thing that I can really say, I mean, we're doing a good job CSing, we're doing a good job trading. I just feel like we're lacking a little bit of like confidence and knowledge of like enemy CDs, like matchup knowledge basically, to be like, okay, I can go in and like kill this guy, you know what I mean? Perfect. Just run him down, kill him, yeah. And if you wanted to be really fancy, the second that he started charging the E, you just flash in front of him and parry. Beautiful. Yes, sir. Oh my god, look at him go, dude. Look at the moves. Faker. Dude, love it. Love it. Great play. But like, so Fiora's biggest thing, right, is punishing mistakes. Punishing mistakes and snowballing hard. So like in the laning phase, where we're talking about just like the simple things like that 16-second cooldown he's got on his E or whatever it may be. Now, if we like punish somebody on that, I mean, the difference that it makes on a champion like Fiora, who's so snowball heavy, is actually insane. Like at how much an extra 500, 600 gold will do for, or like one level advantage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's basically our whole champions kit, is just punishing enemy laners on any mistakes they make and then completely snowballing them or putting them out of the game because of it. But at this point, this is just beautiful, because then at this point, who's going to respond to you, right? They're all low health. They're going to have to recall to actually get back to you. I think when we get like this far ahead, I think we can actually start diving this guy. I like the way that you're taking trades under the tower and stuff like that, and then like backing up, putting out some damage. But when we get that guy like half health, there's definitely an opportunity, especially with the way that you're playing Fiora. Like, you're playing her really well, to find those kills underneath the tower and just keep snowballing that lead. I think I just broke my monitor, but that's okay. My bad, monitor. Sorry, my friend. Love this, by the way. This is split pushing 101, hiding in enemy jungle, looking for a pick. Like, so with him this low, I would be looking for it, you know? Hit that vital, and then if you were... Oh, he's really not going to be able to do anything. I mean, like, his only reaction when he's, like, one auto away from dying is, like, to E at you, right? And then he's just dead.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he's got. Okay. 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 There we go. Beautiful. So, dude, your 1v1s and, like, dueling mechanics, from what I've seen in this game, are really good. So I'm really interested to see where you feel like you're struggling, because when it comes down to, like, taking on people like this in 1v1 situations, I think it's solid. I'm not seeing, like, much of mistakes besides, like, just game knowledge, or, you know, matchup knowledge. That's basically it. Confidence in the champion and, like, matchup knowledge. Other than that, I mean, like, you're playing the game, like, really, really well. Really well. So let's see.
Yeah, it's more like in the last like 7 to 8 minutes where I start feeling like, because we get like a bunch of inhibs at some point,
Yeah.
and then I kind of fall behind Urgot because he
Really?
just farms
Okay.
forever.
Gotcha. Oh, because, well, he just clears supers so well.
Yeah.
You know? Well, this is weird, right? So, we've got Ocean coming up. Now we're in just a weird spot where we have all... Here's a... Well, he's doing Rift now. Like, in these situations where we're down all this, it's usually not the best to, like, keep splitting when we've got 6 towers down or 5 down. So, imagine... imagine it working in, like waves, right? So, typically, when we're doing, like, split pushing, like, how often, if not, like, ever, by the way, do you get, like, this tower, and then you're working on this tower with tier 2 mid and tier 2 bot up? It just doesn't happen, right? Because it's too easy for them to, like, rotate. So we kind of, like, take our leads, and we kind of, like, take this tower, and if we're able to, we can get this one too, but it also puts a lot of pressure on us and giving them, like, the ability to rotate to us. But we kind of, like, work it down. Like, one, we want to go, like, transfer our lead to mid, transfer our lead to bot, and that's kind of, like, how we, like, macro sense it, right? So we're taking the map, and we're slowly, like, just layering it. Like, we're taking this layer, so that now that we have control of this, we want to get vision control in here. And this is just, like, 101, and I'm sure that you, like, understand it as well. But it could stop you, but it could help you from, like, getting, like, you know, a lead and then losing it, basically. Because a lot of people will get, like, these massive leads and then not transfer it to their team and take anything else. So in this game, we were taking this tower, but we were also doing the same thing bot lane, like our teammates were as well, so it's fine. But at this point, I could see us losing a lead by continuously split pushing and, like, just imagining that, hey, we have TP, and, like, thinking that that's okay. But in these situations here where it's like we really kind of just want to play for objective unless we're able to, like, we want to group, win a team fight, and just kill somebody unless you think that you're going to be able to, like, if we have the confidence to dive this guy, then sure. Like, if we know that Dragon's up and I bring this guy over here and I know 100% that I can dive him under this tower and then take this tower or TP after I kill him to get help, then that's absolutely fine. But when we have a lead like this and we're, like, just leading objectives, these are one of those situations where it's like, okay, I need to, like, be there and just make sure that we guarantee these objectives so that we win the game and don't, you know, get a dragon stolen or something like that or fall behind. Or, like, when they take this Rift Herald, we would want to, like, go mid. Like, and if our team doesn't know to do that, then, like, we ping, yo, let's rift mid together. Dragon's about to come up, that's going to give us mid prio, take 1-2, buckle my shoe, possibly inhibitor as well, and then come back, get this, and then we reset, and then we do it again, and then where are we going to go this time? Okay, well, this time I can come off split, go top, they'll go bot. I've got TP up, and I can also walk because it's not too far, and then if this inhib's still up, I can actually just leave this tower. It's like a whole bunch of scenarios, right, that we can play off of. But just, like, always going for, like, split sometimes, even when we're super ahead, is not, like, the right play. And a lot of people get behind by doing that. They'll be like 6-0 or something like that, and then, like, fall behind because of it, because they're just split pushing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like it's pretty hard for me to walk mid, though. I mean, now we have Rift, right? Like, in this scenario, it's not that bad, because they just Rift mid, and it's just destroyed no matter what. I don't really have to be there.
There we go, we got that.
But it's like, yeah.
That's the plays I'm looking for, though, is, like, these, like, this guy does not have any right to even, like, be here. You know what I mean? If he ever, like, tries to, like, trade with you, he's dead. Like, we have Bork and we have Divine. We've got Flash up. This guy's dead. And if we can ever just take this guy off the map for a little bit, especially when we have Rift in our hands, it's just, like, perfect and we can do something. So we get the kill here. Now, what do we do with this? That's what I want to see. They're just going to go take Dragon, which is honestly not bad. They give it up, so we know that they're rotating. So this is like one of those situations, right, where it's like we have massive shutdown. You know, we're worth 1K and we're, like, sitting here. So what do we see on the map? We know that Urgot's dead. We can see Kench. We can see Malphite. We're low health. We don't have really anything to play with. We already know that he's on Dragon doing it solo, and these guys are postured in their jungle. We can probably assume that, especially with the wave right here and it's not being touched, we can probably assume that we're getting, like, rotated on, right? And, like, this is a big thing, too, is just, like, this is a little bit greed. This is a huge win just to kill the Urgot. Once we kill the Urgot, it guarantees that we can get this. We see that we've got that. There's really nothing else for us to get from being here. Because we're not going to, like, the odds of us actually killing this Malphite and then going and getting this are just, like, about maybe, like, 1%. It's just probably not going to happen. And we just don't know where, we don't know where Kais is. We don't know where Lee Sin is. They could be anywhere. And we don't want to give away that 1K gold because it's just such a huge swing for them.
Yeah.
So it's just, like, knowing, like, our, like, for with Fiora, like, when is our wins? When do we take our wins? When do we take our loss? When do we, like, just move on? The Urgot kill was great. Once we got the Urgot kill, so something that you can think about too is, like, taking the towers in tiers, especially when it gets to this point, because you know how they work in, like, the like, you do damage to it. Once it gets to the 66% mark, it doesn't heal past that. Once it gets to the 33%, it doesn't heal past that.
Wait, it works like that?
Yeah, for the base towers. So it's at 3,300, and if you get the tower down to 2,200 HP, it will, or, like, if you get it down to 2,100, it will heal only back up to 2,200. If you get it down to 1,000, it will only heal back up to 1,100. So it works in, like, tiers. So you can imagine those as, like, reward systems as well when you're, like, split pushing. So you're like, okay, I can, like, knock off a third of this tower and then leave it at 2,200, right? So that should be, like, the reward system we're thinking of on split pushes when we're, like, trying to get these, because it's harder to get base towers than it is to get, like, tier 1 and, like, the outers. But when you're thinking about it, so even in that situation, though, I don't see us even getting, like, tier 1 off this or a third of this tower. So it's just, like, making sure that we're like, okay, we're worth a lot of money. That's 1,000 gold. And, you know, 1,000 gold, especially in high elo to a really good ADC player or a solid jungler, you know what I mean? It's a lot of gold to give them a huge power spike and see if they can, like, make a play off of it and, like, keep them alive in the game. But yes, that's so that works for any of the towers that heal. So the base towers just in general. They work in tier systems, or well, not these ones actually. These ones work at like, what is these? Because they're like lower. I actually think these ones heal all the way back up, but these ones do not. These ones do not 100%. These ones work in the 66% and 33% HP, and that's when they stop healing.
Okay.
So sometimes, like when I'm splitting like that, I imagine it like I might not be able to get this tower, but if I can like auto QE, or you know what I mean, just do a combo to the tower, that's a whole tier right there, and just get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why were we going top here? Off spawn. I know it's a long
I think
time.
it was kind of just autopilot.
Okay.
Just yeah.
Because definitely, with TP up, obviously, I mean, it's just, we just play opposite side of objective if we want to split, so we just go bot. You know, we see Urgot pushing it, and we just go bot. That's the only thing. I just saw that and thought it was interesting. Yeah, this is interesting. This game does go on a lot longer, huh?
Yeah.
Low key, though. That's just one of those comfort things right there, by the way. The second that he goes in like that and he's got that vital on top, yeah, he's full AP.
Yeah.
This guy's dead. Right when you see this, I would have queued back in and actually gone for this. He would die in like 2 hits, and you could probably like work off your movement speed and get Kaisa ulted. You might not be able to kill her, but you can at least scare her away. And then then we have a play to make, right? We've got Urgot pushing that. Yone's there. If we can take down one of them, then maybe we can get another hit on the Rift Herald. But at this point, like our vitals doing 10.1%, 10% of just max health true damage, along with Bork hitting them for another 12% enemy current health physical damage, along with another more damage from Divine. That's why this build is so crazy, right? Like,
yeah,
we hit a vital proc and like we're taking about a third of their HP, and then we just ult somebody, and odds are we're gonna the grand duelist, right? We're just killing that person, absolutely. Just taking advantage of like anything where we can see like a vital on top like that, especially on somebody who's super squishy, like an AP Malphite. We would have blown him up there for sure.
I was waiting for Kaisa to commit to it, but then I forgot her ult and just make her go all the way.
Yeah.
To the fight for free.
I think it's just more of like that, that's like another one of those moments where it's like, well, it's not even like we didn't even get the chance to really fight, I suppose. But you just do, I think that you do so much more damage right now than you realize that you're doing, basically. I mean, I guess the safe play is to go and get the tower. But honestly, I'm telling you, the damage that you would do just right now from hitting this parry would scare this guy away to get a demolish proc on this. Like, you're doing a lot of damage right now.
I was kind of scared without parry though, to walk up to Urgot.
No, I think you had it. Wait, did you not? Is this thing lying
No,
to me?
'cause-
Oh, it's lying to me. Okay, never mind. You're right. My bad. All right, we get out of here. Or we go. Okay. Okur. Oh. You know what though? It's just one of the thing that I love and hate about Fiora, right? Is that you can always look at Fiora and just like fucking judge her so hard, right? Because in a perfect world, you parry this, you parry that, you get a stun, you do all this shit. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, from somebody else's eyes, they can just say that these plays are easy. And like this E sometimes gets me too, because it's just fast, you know, and you don't really... That's probably like the first, like, truly mechanical issue that I saw in this game, to be honest. That's probably the first one. Which is really good, to be honest.
Oh, by the way, can I parry the second cast of Urgot ult? Like the recast that pulls me in?
Yeah, but he would have to be trolling.
Okay. Well,
Like-
doesn't it automatically do it when you're low HP? Or does he actually choose?
No, he actually has to choose. Like, he...
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's a weird mechanic.
Yeah, this is how the game gets stalled out. They just get the free Baron because I died.
Yeah, but you had the right... I mean, like, you had the right play in mind. Like, you could have definitely killed him there. And like I said, it's just one of those things where it's... You know, it's easier to watch it and be like, oh, dude, you didn't parry that E. Like, what the fuck, bro? You know, but it's like... in those team, like in fights, sometimes it just happens really fast and you kind of miss it, you know?
Yeah.
You're gonna make mistakes, obviously. But like I said, I think that's the first like mechanical issue or mechanical check miss that I've seen this game, which is very solid. But I am interested to see how we end up not getting any other kills this game, and this is where it starts to feel a little bad. So the only thing about buying the Hull Breaker now is I don't see a point in it. I don't see a point in buying Hull Breaker now when we've already taken all the inhibs and they have no more towers. What would we be split pushing for? You know, at this point we're gonna be
applying pressure, being with the super minions.
Whoa.
Is what I was looking for.
You're a psychopath. I love this.
Because like it gives resistance to the super minions and makes it like basically impossible to clear them.
You know what? I actually love that play. If we just didn't, what happens here?
Because the Q hits Urgot.
Oh, that's what happened.
Barely.
Oh man, I actually love that play. I'm not gonna lie. That's awesome. We're just so set up to win. I think that it's just like, you know, we just wait for our team and we should be able to end this 5.
Yeah, the thing is that it just stalls out like a bit longer, and they're getting so much XP and gold.
Then it starts to get a little scary, yeah.
We can't get. If I remember correctly, we ended on the next Baron, I think. I'm not 100% sure.
Is Gione like pinging for an item, like he's trying to get an item? Because he just went out and got wool. Yeah, okay. He went out and got wolves and went right back. Who gets picked here? Yikes. Okay.
I think he just dies to 2 Kai'Sa W's.
Yeah. Jesus, man. Which just makes the game so much harder every time that happens.
Yeah, because they're kind of just collecting money. And like now I'm just 2 levels down Urgot. Well, now it's 1, but it makes it pretty hard.
It just sucks when we're looking at like Fog of War and seeing where everybody is, because you can't see anything. So yeah. These plays can be really weird though, you know, because you're like trying to... Yeah, because we want to go for like, we know that we can kill this pretty quickly, but at the same time we just don't know where they are. So we see them all... He's level 17 now. Where's Kai'Sa? Oof. I mean, good prio at least. Like you saved it for her. We're just getting hit by that. I think we're just getting into a little bit of like panic mode where we're like we want to end the game really badly because we're just worried because they're getting so much XP.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's obviously what you would want to do. You would want to definitely pick prio here. All right, what's this? He's doing it again, boys. GG. Huh? Okay, GG. Good job. Now you keep your in a macro sense, you keep yourself like on the right page, like trying to make sure that you're doing the right thing to like win the game, and I like that a lot actually. PhD, man, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure, man. You have anything to say in closing?
No. Other than I do recommend this coaching. It was pretty good.
Wow, thank you. Hell yeah, I just don't get to do the higher ELO ones, man. I really appreciate that though. That's really nice of you. All right, man. You have a good night, okay?
Yeah.
All right, thank you
too.
so much, man. Okie dokie. I love that guy. He's a cool guy.